Hey, welcome back to OTCC TV with your girl Shima. We're going to go ahead and hop into our gold chart for this upcoming week, September 24th, the week of September 24th. We are coming to the close of this month. We have about 6 days left, as you can see here to the right on our chart. Yeah, let's hop into it. Oh, but first, let's not forget, please like, subscribe, and comment. We want to get this algorithm popping. We've now hit over 1,500 views, so thank you all again. So as we can see now here on our monthly, we are still currently bearish on the monthly. However, again, price is still pulling out of this demand zone, which we see there in that green rectangle. We've also popped out of that parallel channel that we were in. Gold has pushed out of that and pulled right back down. There was some news last week that allowed price action to do a nice wick to the top. But again, we closed Friday, as you see here, at 1925. So we have pushed back down into that parallel channel and also back above that demand zone. We want to keep in mind moving into next week, that demand zone, and then also that key trend line at the bottom of that demand zone as well, right? Because that's an area that price could potentially revisit. Here on our weekly chart, as we can see, price held its bullish sentiment. You see that wick we pushed out of this, again, demand zone and out of this parallel channel, and we ended up stopping at around 1947, probably 1948 if we drill down a little further. But whatever the case, we ended up pushing way up there. It was a nice push, and then price just receded, right? So it's a crucial point right now. However, the body of the candle is still above last week's body of the candle. So I'm interested to see how price begins to play out in the next week. Here on a daily, again, the actual candle itself is bullish. However, we didn't break the top of the prior day's candle, right? The prior day's candle was 1931. The high of the day of Friday was actually 1929. So we didn't break that prior day's candle, which for me could signal a little bit more downside here. Again, we are back beneath this parallel top trend line. Nevertheless, if we were to break 1919, we can see some further downside, which we could see the top of this demand zone, 1915, which is where we had bounced from before. There's pretty much a support from 1915 to 1914 there. I thought we saw 1913. Nevertheless, we are on a higher time frame. So if you drill down, it may be a little bit lower. Whatever the case, I would like to see from 1919, we can see a push down to the downside. We could even see 1908 and then all the way to this trend line, which would take us back to that 18 zone, right? The high 1800s though. So if anything, price could do its thing, and we can even push to 1889 and then potentially to back to the 1870. There is a gap on the chart. I'm not sure if it's here. Yeah, see, there's a gap here on the chart at 1870, and that's actually the midway of this parallel channel. So that's not off the table either if we decide to continue to push to the downside. However, for more upside, I would like to see us, of course, break this 1929, which as you can see there's about a few wicks right there. So just right here, that's that 1929 zone. So that is right now a strong resistance level. We see all these wicks that are being rejected. We push past it, pull back to it, popped a little bit, then pushed beneath it, and we pull right back to it now. So it's acting as a resistance right now. And again, price could push back down. But for the case, I would like to see again a break above that 1929 level for potentially more upside to maybe 1933 as a first target, 1937, and then so on and so forth, right? So again, we would need a break above that 1929. That is a strong zone right there for more upside, and then potentially 1919, a break of 1919 before we see further downside. So stepping into next week, stay focused, stay determined. Just keep an eye out on how price action is responding. Don't forget to check the economic calendar to see what news is coming this week. And y'all, keep trading. Peace.